Muffin's experience has a level of time. The little spikes can take extra damage.
He makes it
for
through.
free.
Wow. I'll save anywhere for him.
Oh, Muffin. Wilson, Wilson.
What are you doing? No, what are you doing?
No, still. Oh, health reach. Oh, health reach. I'm saving him again.
Guys, I hope he remembers that top left keystone because that's dash. That's huge.
Oh, he forgot it. He doesn't.
Oh.
Oh no.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are back with another exciting day of the Ori Randomizer tournament. My screen name is Covert Muffin, and for this match of Trojan Dude versus Mattermonkey, I am joined by none other than Aiko. What's up, man?
Not much. I am wide awake and ready to cast this 1-0 round of our Swiss bracket. Or not bracket, but Swiss stage. And
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one too, because they are up with one win. So having defeated their prior opponents in the previous round, this is going to be looking forward to place one of these runners into 2-0 for the third round of Swiss. And that's starting to chalk up to be kind of a scary place to be, right, Aiko?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I'm happy I lost to Shed last night because now, the 2-0 space is just terrifying.
Oh,
You and Sigma, it's just, I have not seen a single name in there I'm not just like terrified of. So whoever wins this is gonna have their work cut out for them. However, they will also only be one win from qualifying for the bracket stage after this, as you need to go 3-2 overall.
Yeah, right. So even whoever takes a loss here today, it's not too big of a deal for them because they still have 3 more chances to be able to close out those 2 wins. But I am just looking forward to see how each of these runners end up working through the seed. Trojan is just always known in the Ori community as a very consistent speedrunner in general, and it's brought him a lot of success in the previous All Skills tournaments.
Mattermonkey definitely, I think, also is a pretty consistent rando player. He's been playing the weeklies for a while. He has said that he's a little nervous going into this, but he's also said that he plans on avoiding playing poorly by playing well, which I think is an excellent strategy.
Yeah, a lot of time save and time loss in the randomizer comes around when and where can you actually end up placing those safety saves. And if you take that unintentional death, how much is it going to lose you for backtracking? So it will be very important to see how these runners will be able to utilize that skill. And that being said, it looks like our runners are just about to get underway, and we're going to see Trojan Dude on the left-hand side of your screen and Mattermonkey on the right. And then, of course, as their progress fills out as they progress through the seed, that will be filled in along the bottom.
Yes, it will, Muffin. All right. So let's play the what progression path do you think is going to be chosen first game?
We've actually seen a lot of these like charge jump no wall interaction openers, and I think I want another one. Like just give me another one, man.
Oh, I would be definitely.
Is that Sunstone?
That is absolutely the Sunstone. That is red, one word, one sun, one stone. All right, so we're starting with the Sunstone. All right,
Yeah.
Got it.
So we must be like
out of the way.
We're working our way backwards, right? So Gumon Seal is gonna be next, and then Water Vein, and then like wall jump.
Yeah, perfect. Reverse game acquisition order. Wait, so then would the next thing be charge jump? You know, I wonder if this is like a viable progression path. Like get like every major pickup in reverse order.
Oh, that would be amazing. But instead, alas, we find a Keystone. And so Keystone is gonna most likely bring progression if our runner ends up finding another one that gets them access to left glades.
Yeah, and it is possible we only see one, but usually when you see one, you're going to see the other.
Yeah, and so 2 more pickups for our runners to find something unique. Maybe they'll find wall interaction, that'll bring them to Blackroot Burrows, but most likely it's going to end up being that their second Keystone. So here we go on the left. Trojan Dude is going to be the first to get to this pickup, and it is none other than another Keystone. Okay, so a bit of a nice, smoother start than finding like Sunstone and Water Vein immediately, being like, oh man, find the skills.
Fine. Alright,
Oh
and
man,
that
what is
is
Stomp?
Stomp. That is Stomp. All right. That is interesting. Oh, I really like Mattermonkey using that to get the like very free fake flippers check, just with that added momentum. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Stomp is it's nice to unlock some stuff. It does 15 damage and a pretty big EOE or AOE. Redirects basically every kind of incoming projectile. In the early game, it'll be really great for clearing out these brambles and just making sure no enemy can just like get near and damage them.
Yeah, and if they don't find like any keystones or like energy cells, this could actually give us an idea that the progression path could actually be through Lower Grotto. And what they would need to be able to do that is wall interaction or verticality and dash. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled. The Stomp pickup is pretty rare to find this early in the seed. And could it like indict some things to happen, but most likely not.
Yeah, I think we'll just have to see. Sometimes you get stuff placed early and it's part of progression path. Sometimes it's just placed randomly. And ooh, Mattermonkey. Oh, that feels pretty bad. Because he doesn't have wall jump, he can't get back up to the wall jump tree, or from the wall jump tree area. So he's going to miss, or he's going to altar, so he missed that. And then ooh, Trojan makes the jump over successfully and picks up Charge Flame.
Yeah, that's so tough from Mattermonkey. Like, only being on one energy did not allow him to save again after that save right at that 2-key door. And so deciding instead to altar out, maybe traveling down to wall jump could have made this trip a little less, but missing that charge flame pickup, progression could just be gated right at that one by the 4th health cell.
Yeah, this way he'll be sure to pick up Sea Flame and have the same overall routing as Trojan, and I can definitely see like the peace of mind for that. But yeah, it might have been nice to just go down and grab the wall jump tree too. But like after you've altarred, and it looked like he did it by reflex, you got no time to be kicking yourself to that. So now he's gonna head down to wall jump tree where we did not see Trojan find anything, which means that they now have to go break open a charge flame wall, and there will be some progression there.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Progression does have to end up being here. Trojandude picking up the rekindle right now, maybe just want to get more use out of saves that he's going to be placing later on instead of opting for like a Spirit Magnet. But this could also just be wall interaction. A Clean Water, wow, what is this seed, man? This is just taking us on a one pickup train here.
All right, so the real question is, down here, are we going to find a map stone and a teleporter or something useful? Because there are 2 pickups in the water. All right, something useful behind the experience. It's gotta be.
It's actually
that's
nicely
nice.
timed level up, so he doesn't have to worry about that fish. And it's
And
a wall jump seed.
All right, there we go. I'm sorry. We'll get your climb seeds someday. It is not today, though.
But yeah, Trojandude now heading down, making the play for Blackroot Burrows. It's going to allow him to spend some ability points to be able to get some like useful utility out of those earlier abilities, because things like Rekindle and Regroup and Magnet are going to be very, very potent as we progress through the seed. And so using these ability points to be able to skip these cutscenes is actually very, very important for progressing through Blackroot Burrows quickly. So you always kind of like catch up and save some of them. But now we can spend them on those useful utility abilities.
Yeah, it's I definitely like in Siege where I'm not just given a ton of abilities. I think it's really great to go into Blackroot early just because it lets you spend those abilities early. And especially on this seed, like when you have Sea Flame early and you're not drowning in energy, it is just so nice to have that Sea Flame efficiency pick up in the blue tree.
It's a good point, Echo. And look at this, we see a little bit of divergence from our runners. Mattermonkey making the power play to come over here into Spirit Caverns, backtracking once again to the left side. He's saying that I'm going to find something in these densely packed pickups before my opponent is potentially going to find something in Blackroot Burrows. Of course, he doesn't know Trojandude went down to Blackroot Burrows, but instead he wants to be sure that he collects these pickups before heading down himself.
Yeah, I think I like this because in addition to Spirit Caverns, he's got the other 3 pickups in the wall jump loop that he had to abandon, and he can even go down to the energy cell at wall jump. And like, the density there isn't as good because he's already been there, but it's still higher than Blackroot, which is slow zone. Just in like terms of there's that Gumon seal. So we see Mattermonkey finding the Gumon seal in Spirit Cavern. So
yes,
we could go into Forlorn. I mean, they've got Stomp too, right? Like, so that's like usually the skill gating Forlorn access if they get left side access.
Right, yeah. And I actually like this play a lot from Mattermonkey. When Trojandude and both Monkey were over here, they actually didn't really have access to these pickups because they didn't have wall jump. And so Matter's just saying, I'm just going to make sure that I'm not going to get randoed out by skipping the pickups and glades after we got wall interaction under that clean water swim. And it's just going to come up here and end up picking these up before committing to Blackroot.
Yeah, I really like that. And oh, there is our climb. Trojan finds climb in the Blackroot roof.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty rare that you'll actually end up finding both forms of wall interaction early, but very, very nice, because now if they find an ability such as charge jump or even something like bash and grenade, climb has a lot of extra utility that allows you to do some really weird things that you might not expect with the randomizer.
Yeah, I also think climb is sometimes a little underrated just as a companion skill to wall jump in the like areas where you have to do tricky wall jumping with single wall jumps and like mediocre quality walls. Like notably the 2 energy door in Grotto and the like jump up to the valley entrance EXP. Those are both so much safer when you just have like climb, you get yourself in the position you really want to be in, and then you just jump.
Yeah, true Shay, Aiko. That's a really, really good point. It's just like, just being able to hold on to walls, like especially in Koru, there's a couple of locations where that does really come in handy. But, well, I mean, look at this. This is just the perfect visual representation of what's going on. Trojandude is just now getting to the tree in Blackroot Burrows, whereas Mattermonkey did a full clear of left glades and is coming over here to Sea Flame Tree in the same amount of time. So Blackroot Burrows only has a couple of pickups, and it takes a while to be able to get through to all of them. So even though Mattermonkey doesn't have something like dash or grenade jumps or bash grenade to speed up his maneuvering around the area, he's still able to get a lot more pickups for his trouble. But he still is going to have to go to Blackroot Burrows. It's just interesting to me to actually see this visually, how much faster and more pickups you can get by putting off BRB.
Yeah, and one thing I'm noticing looking at both screens is that they both found 1 energy. I think Mattermonkey found his in the Mapstone loop, and Trojan found his somewhere in Blackroot, maybe the tree. So that's interesting. So they'll have 3 energy. And oh, that's also another interesting point. The truck just pointed out that Trojan grabbed the AC in the main Blackroot room, as people often do by jumping off and then reloading if they don't want it. It was a keystone, but Trojan kept it.
Yeah, I think that's a really smart play from Trojan. Something could be gated in Valley entry, which is blocked behind a 4-key door in left glades. And so if he ends up making the play to go up there, he's going to need to find 2 more keystones. But I think there might have been one at like Sea Flame Tree area or in Spirit Caverns or something like that. So he would only have to find like 1 more down here. But there's also the play that this pickup over here could be something like dash. And if that's the case, then he's going to have access to both Light Grenade Tree, but then also the right side of the map.
Yeah. So he could dash here, gets the right side of the map in. Oh my God! Ignore the question I was about to ask. You called it. It is just dash right there.
Yeah. It's amazing. The early stomp pickup really increases the chance that a seed like this could happen. And so what's going on is that all you really need is dash and wall jump to be able to get through this boulder escape here from like the casual playthrough. So with that, if they just give you stomp, that actually ends up being able to give you access to Moon Grotto here. So maybe the logic had them going through here. It's also still entirely possible that expected you to go through Spider Sack area. And they just decided to bring like White Grenade Tree area into the logic as well. So nothing really conclusive, but just really nice to see the dash come out for our players.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to be happy about getting dash, and they'll both get it pretty soon because it doesn't look like anybody's putting off Blackroot for too long. Trojan grabbed it earlier, but not too much earlier, so I don't think we're going to worry about that. But what's really interesting is, as you pointed out, we have 3 really viable paths opened up. Our runners could go through Hollow Grove and clear the entire Spider Sack area. They could check out Lower Grotto via the Blackroot connection like Trojan is doing. But yeah, they could also go to Light Grenade, and there is a lot down there that is technically in logic and could be progression. We'll just have to wait and see what our runners find where. I do like this from Trojan running in here to check the clean water pickup.
Yeah, Trojan making the play for Moon Grotto, and I do like this as well. It's going to get him closer to the next tree. And then also it'll be interesting to see what Mattermonkey is going to end up doing with this. Trojan getting extra double jump there, not useful right now, but if he finds double jump, it gets him an extra bit of oomph out of that pickup. Would be really, really nice. Having quad jump as your verticality is like one of the best things ever.
Yeah. I really like the Grotto play as well. And the reason I like it is because they have Charge Flame. I think if you want to put off Grotto, Grotto's one of those areas that personally I just like putting off until you have plants, but then once you can break those plants, it just feels really nice. There are a bunch of plants there that are like nice to grab, and most plant breaking methods also help against the Grotto mini boss.
Right, for sure. And yeah, Trojan Dude now heading over to this right-hand side of Grotto. We're going to see how many pickups he ends up checking as he's over here. So he is going to head down to the map stone. We're going to see him pick it up. Just experience, but is he going to climb out? Or no, he is making the play for the mini-boss Echo.
Yeah, I really like that. And yeah, we'll see if it turns up anything, but I think in a seed like this where you're not sure where progression is, you've got two of the skills that are like make this easy to check, and you know where you're at is in logic. I think this is a good trade. Ooh, over on the right, Mattermonkey. Oh no, actually, I think he was just reloading for the. I think he was jumping down for the cell and then took a little fall. And oh, that is a third energy cell for Trojan. So now we have 4 energy cells on the map and in logic, which means those 4 energy doors are as well.
Yeah, and there we go. Mattermonkey's going to opt to not keep the keystone that Trojan Dude actually ended up keeping in the center chamber there. I think that's a fine play. Keystones are a pretty common resource, of course, that can just like come up all over the place. And the logic is usually pretty good about giving them to you. And if you also just like don't end up making the play for that spider sack area by going through the 4 key door, then you actually just have like an extra 4 keys. But now Mattermonkey is going to find the dash pickup. So what is he going to end up doing with this is going to really decide the shape of the race. And he's opting to try to do this casually, but it is pretty tricky with only to have wall jump to be able to get past these damage areas.
All right, I'm gonna have to interrupt you a little bit because Trojan not only found 4 energy on his approach to wall jump, he also found the water vein in those crushers. So Trojan now has all of the dungeon keys he needs. Which is going to be very nice to have this early. You don't have to, all he's going to have to worry about is, do I have enough skills to finish the game? And then once the answer to that question is yes, he can just hit the trees and then finish.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the last thing that Trojan's really going to be looking for is some form of verticality. Like, he wants to be able to traverse through Ginso Tree and then also be able to get access to left side. The big thing that would really do this for him is something like Dash Grenade or Charge Jump. He does have Stomp, so if he does find Charge Jump, he should be okay for the rest of the seed as long as he finds more health. But that's really sort of the tricky thing, and we see this play from Trojan over here, just looking back in left glades. Maybe he'll find that skill he needs. Maybe he'll find more resources to allow him to progress through.
Yeah, and now we see him up to 5 energy, which is pretty sweet. 4 energy is a great line. 5 energy, I think is also something just to look forward to because that's a 4 energy door plus a safety save. However, Mattermonkey just turns in Mapstone 2 and finds Bash. So
wow,
that's really nice. In the event that our runners don't find Glide, that is a way into Sorrow and a way of doing stuff there. But we will have to see what else they can find as far as skills. Mattermonkey now heading towards the double jump tree. He is also going to go down and check the mini boss. I do really like this.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty safe play, especially if you kind of know your opponent is also going to be doing this. And then you can just say, okay, well, if my opponent's going to take the time loss to just check this one pickup and having to kill this mini boss and backtrack out, then I will also do so. Trojan Dude finding that mapstone, so the next mapstone pedestal he gets to, he's going to be able to turn that in, but he's already been to Grotto, so the next possible place that maybe that could come up would just be something like Swamp, but only having Stomp, he's going to be putting off going towards that Stomp tree for quite some time.
Yeah, I think he might end up turning that in either Hollow Grove or just on a revisit somewhere. But yeah, this is really interesting. We're seeing Mattermonkey's left glades revisit and like Sea Flame cleanup before he goes to Blackroot, paying off huge because Trojan went to Trojan's natural pathing, got him that water vein early, got him that energy, but it meant he passed through multiple map pedestals without being able to turn one in. And oftentimes that's fine, but and it's not like he could have known where the map zones were when he routed. But now Mattermonkey got dash earlier because his routing took him through more pickups before he got a keystone or a map stone, and sometimes that's just how it is, and it can turn out really well. Oh, this is interesting. We're seeing Trojan pull the lever, which is a sign that he wants to progress through the spider sack area.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting from Trojan. I was kind of expecting him to go up through the top of the 4-key door when he was in Spirit Caverns, but maybe just like kind of trying to think through the seed before committing to anything. So he might still make that spider sack area play, or he might just go through Death Gauntlet to get access to Moon Grotto Waypoint, because he does have 5 energy. So
yeah, I think I'd like to see that, honestly. Going through Death Grotto to get the teleporter usually feels like a pretty good use of time, and it's even better when you've been to like lower grotto but not upper. I think, and it's interesting. We are seeing Mattermonkey do that.
yeah, and this is kind of tricky for Trojan because he also doesn't have Bash to be able to get through this area easily, whereas Mattermonkey is just going in full throttle with that Bash pickup, and so having that Bash advantage is really paying off. And he finds Sorrow Teleporter in Death Gauntlet, so that is going to be a really huge pickup, especially with Stomp and with Bash. So he no longer needs Glide to be able to easily navigate through Sorrow. All he needs is some sort of retention, like double jump, or even just enough health to be able to damage through a section or two.
Yeah, and like, or go like absolutely crazy with Spider Shot double bashes if that's his style. Taking a little bit of teeth in the teeth corridor. This place very spiky, but he can check everything here, so I like him going here. Can just jump down here and then use the Spider Shot to get up to where he needs. Quick little double bash. Trojan finishing off the cutscene, heading into Valley Entry. You know, if he finds Grenade in Valley Entry, he could check Valley Walls.
Alright, yeah, this Stomp gain pickup from earlier actually just ended up only being Keystone. Trojan is going to be making the play over here by wall jumping up this quarter. I'm not sure if he ended up getting charge dash yet or not, but if he had that at his disposal, you can just rocket jump up here and not have to go through that spooky section with the frogs and banelings. But Trojan making quick work of this. This is actually a really scary area, only with 4 health. He finds a health cell for his trouble, and then he's going to come over here and charge flames for just experience, but that health cell is going to be a useful pickup because they really haven't had much health this entire seed so far.
Yeah, 5 health is very nice. Matter, meanwhile, grabbing the water vein to find out it has been replaced with an energy cell, which is like at least a reasonable swap, right?
Oh yeah.
Energy cell looks like the water vein. Like, they're very visually similar. I can understand Gumo getting confused.
Yeah, I mean, we already have the water vein anyway, so
yeah,
may as well spread the love.
All right, interesting. Yeah. We got Trojan heading left, and he'll have 4 energy to check the progression vault, or 4 energy spider sack door. Mattermonkey does a few of the things that he can in lower grotto that he missed before heading back to the teleporter, and we'll see where he goes next. He's back to the Moon Grotto teleporter. I like this. It means he can head up into Swamp with his current skill set. And I was about to suggest maybe considering Ginso, but then I remembered the whole...
Yeah, that second room in Ginso is very, very tricky until Matter or Trojan find something like Grenade, or if they find something like Charge Jump or Double Jump that will easily allow them to get through. Until that point, they're most likely just going to be going across. That Swamp Teleporter pickup from Matter on the right is actually very, very nice, because that's going to stop him from having to travel up through Hollow Grove to be able to get access to this area. He's going to do this nice sequence break here, because he has Clean Water, because he has Bash. What you can do is you just have to bash Ori to the up left corner, and that gets the shot high enough but nice that he's able to make that work anyways. And Trojan Dude on the left is not really finding too much, just some extra resources. Some extra health cells though are quite nice for him. And yeah. He's going to make a play maybe into Death Gauntlet, and so that could actually be really nice for him because we know that Sorrow TP is in there.
Yeah, and it's in logic. Like, I really like this. in the randomizer, you will rarely see people accessing the Death Gauntlet route through this passageway because it's just so much easier to like wait until you get charge jump. But if you have Stomp and Clean Water, you can get to this, and it's considered reachable. And it also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, here we go. On the left, we're going to see if these ceiling pickups also pay off for Trojan. He's going to check the health cell, just experience, and then the plant doesn't have enough energy.
Oh no. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Coming through here with energy when you have Clean Water is also really nice because if you're like, I'm kind of hoping he gets a level up actually because you can come in here without having to have open the 4 energy door and then check the underwater experience, which is also, or the underwater 4 energy door, which is also in logic.
Yeah, meanwhile, we see on the right, Mattermonkey is able to get his next tree, which is going to be the Stomp tree, and then he's leveling up Charge Dash, and we're going to see where he decides to go to next.
Yeah, looks like he is going to take the Swamp Teleporter. Oof, takes a little spinny damage. I really like this. It comes out in that like main Hollow Grove room where he can turn into Mapstone. He can. Oh, he's going around though. That's fine too. There are a lot of pickups either direction actually.
Yeah, he might want to just check some of these pickups over here while Trojan Dude is going into an area we call glide vaults, which double jump could actually be up here as well as glide. So this could give Trojan Dude the verticality he needs to be able to go up and through Ginso Tree. And that would be very, very nice for him.
Alright, unfortunately it was only experience, and oh man, we're just seeing a really long time before it makes sense for Trojan to turn in that Mapstone. I'm guessing we'll see it here, and he's going to be a sad panda seeing that Mapstone 2 was bashed, and he just didn't have a chance to check it. Oh no, maybe he won't fall at all. Maybe it'll be a little longer.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what Trojan Dude decides to do. After he gets his pickup, the altars immediately, he's going to go to some other area. No, he's going to save and come back in, so he's going to check. Well, he's already gotten the AC in here because we came in through beer. Oh no, and he's heading back upwards, Echo.
Yeah, oof. And, well, on the right scene, we saw Mattermonkey take a pretty long death. He respawned all the way back up at the Ginso tree, but he didn't find anything he considered important, so he's just going to go past it all and head back down below into the below Ginso loop. And he can check a few things over here that are nice. He can check the EXP underwater, and he can check the plant and the swamp entry cell. See if he finds anything nice from either of those, which are both in logic. However, neither was anything good.
Yeah, Mattermonkey's still looking for something that he feels like he's missing. He does have left side access with that Bash and Stomp to be able to go get access to Glide Tree for Valley, and then he could also make the play for Sorrow because he does have enough health. Also, Light Grenade Tree has not been visited yet, so that is another tree that he has at his disposal. And it looks like he's teleporting back to Swamp, so still probably going to be checking those high density areas.
Yeah, I think I like that. Really, it could go either way. I think it's mostly whether or not you should be in Lumberjack mode with these skills is just like, well, are you comfortable doing the escape with these skills? And I think that what we're seeing based on pathing is that these players would like to have more stuff, which I absolutely understand. Going into Go mode too early, I think, is can be much more punishing of a mistake than going into Go mode too late. So I actually really like this from our runners. And there's Bash for Trojan. We'll see if that puts him into what he considers Go mode.
Yeah, and here we go. And so another tricky thing here is that these high density areas are nice. The runners also have a lot of the other map open to them, especially on the left side, because they do have that left side access with Bash and Stomp. And so it's going to be interesting to see what player decides to make that play to go to left side. Maybe double jump or charge jump is going to be over here somewhere, but also they could just end up finding that one skill they need while they're digging for these. And also Light Grenade area still a place that opened up very, very early in the logic, lower Blackroot Burrows, has not been checked by anybody. So who is going to make that play first? And when is progression going to be found?
Yeah, I think that is just going to be something we're going to have to wait and see, because in addition to lower Blackroot, which I think is a great play right now, we have a lot of like available. We've got the 4 energy underwater door in Blackroot. When I say interesting, I also kind of mean terrible. I think Clean Water does this on the if you get it like early enough on the right side. There's just like a lot of random things it puts in, and we'll be seeing a lot of checks just for stuff like that. We've got we don't have Valley Long Swim, but we do have what's interesting is the Valley Short Swim, which is like past the first room. So it really could be in a lot of different one-off places. And oh yeah, here's another one. Trojan's checking what the community likes to call butter cell.
Yeah, and here we go. We're going to see that Matter on the right is just going through Spider Sack area. We've seen Trojan work through this area already, but Trojan now breaking new ground by doing the swim, which is in logic with Stomp and Clean Water, and it's only experience.
Dang, we've been seeing a lot of just only experience, random other stuff. We'll Mattermonkey goes because approaching that valley entrance area, so maybe we'll see make the move to left side. And oh, that's nice. He makes use of Bash to get a little more speed heading over, and now he will be seeing the Spirit Tree cutscene for the first time. Nice rocket jump from Trojan. Check some pickups around Hollow Grove that he did not have an easy way to get to. Oh, it looked for a bit like he was setting up a Frankie lure, but I think instead he's going to go towards... oh yes, he is going to go towards Horror Fields, which we have not seen checked.
Yeah, this one Stomp pickup actually comes in the logic very, very early. All you need is wall jump. It's just experience, so Trojan's going to save and quit, and then we're going to see where he decides to go to next to check. Looks like he's going to be checking Swamp area, or maybe using the teleporter to go somewhere else.
I don't remember where Mattermonkey found the Swamp Teleporter. I'm not sure if Trojan got it via pickup, so now he might just be going here. Though he could also really use the energy. He's been doing some rocket jumps, and he might want to... Okay, he's just going to teleport. I wonder if we'll see him also go into Valley Entry at the same time Mattermonkey does, though he's been there once already, so he would just be going straight left, which I would love to see, and it looks like that's what we're going to see. Oh, just kidding. I think he wants to check the ability cell.
Yeah, he's going to check this one-off pickup right down here, which opens up once you get Bash. And so Bash is up off the shot. Just experience for his trouble. So he's going to be heading back up a little bit of the trolley nature. He bashed off the bottom shot, and so that ended up like teleporting him underneath the platform. And I don't know why he quite fell down, but silly little mechanics in Ori. As Mattermonkey is going to be the first to start to hit the left side, but it looks like Trojan's also going to join him into this pursuit. And so very fascinating that runners have been just checking these dense areas and trading with one another. And really no runner is in the lead right now, besides maybe Mattermonkey having already been to Stomp Tree, whereas Trojandude has just been digging in various areas.
Yeah, Mattermonkey's been to Stomp, and he also has turned in more maps. But other than that, very even. Mattermonkey had little trouble. All right, he gets to the bird. That with only one jump and not much else, it can be a little tricky getting up this corridor. Ooh, so these spikes deal a lot of damage. It's hard to rocket jump without hitting the spikes or the bird hitting the spikes. All right, he gets through this time at full health. That's got to feel nice. He's going to do the bird stomp trick before he all right, gets it. Only experience, but he gets out. And now he can lure a shot up here to check this. We're seeing nice, just good use of the double bash technique from Mattermonkey, just to like, he's not going overboard. He's doing what I consider like the sensible double bashes that just like let you check stuff without just requiring really long chains. Yeah, both are runners in like very similar spots here.
Yeah, I like this play too from Matter, just like saying, I'm not going to do fast stompless, I'm just going to end up crossing the trigger and then bashing up and stomping the rocks for the tree. Fast stompless really doesn't actually save too much time, because you really need to get it like first try, but you still have to wait for the spider shot to eventually arrive at the place. And so with that, you end up just missing fast stompless a couple times, it just ends up equalizing out. And so Trojandude also making that play, saying, I don't actually need to do fast stompless. I just have dash, bash, and stomp. So I'm going to use that to be able to make it over to the feather tree as well.
Yeah, I really like that play in Rando because I think part of the or in addition to like just that uncertainty about the shot hitting, a lot of the or like part of the time save of Fast Stompless is you get the ability cell and then get teleported. But in Rando, your skill set when you approach isn't always the same, so you need to take slightly different pathings to get to that ability cell, and as a result, you'll see a lot of people, including both of these runners, get the ability cell first. At which point, Fast Stompless is much less of a time save. So I really like that adaptation for both our runners. That unless you have like a skill set that makes you very confident in that movement, just not going for it.
Right, and yeah, and we're back to the action because we see Mattermonkey now making it over to Charge Jump Tree. Getting through this area just that quickly is very impressive to see. He does have a good amount of health, but still had to take a damage boost or two to be able to progress through. And whoa, Trojandude with the play finds Charge Jump. That is the verticality that he actually needed to be able to finish up the seed, and this is going to be a go mode skill set for Trojandude, I imagine.
Oh, that is huge. That he found it at the like 3-bird cell below Valley, so it is going to be really hard for him to find, or it is not going to be necessarily very easy for Mattermonkey to find that, if at all, because it's sort of at a really isolated location. And Trojandude didn't have, sorry, he doesn't have the Stomp Tree. I misread something from the tracker.
Yeah, so now Trojandude is going to be following pursuit. He is in Sorrow now, and he doesn't actually have to damage boost because he does have climb and charge jump. Yeah, it looks like he's going to dash over, and then he just has to angle up, dash across, up, just accidentally tickles the spikes there. No problem. Still has plenty of health.
Yeah, and here we see Mattermonkey going into Misty. This is really nice. It'll get him another tree, but he still doesn't have that verticality, which is going to be a bit of an issue because of Genzo. Unless he's comfortable with that charge dash ramp technique, which is, oh, that was really nice from Trojan, showing off a charge dash extension of a charge jump hitbox to break that horizontal wall from the far wall. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, nicely done from Trojan now. Mattermonkey is in Misty. He's almost to Climb Tree, but this is the hard part, folks. Being able to get through this spike cavern. Oh, just not even gonna... Please save. Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, so each of these spikes deals quite a bit of damage. I believe it's 3 damage each. And being able to work through this section, is very difficult without any sort of retention like glide or double jump.
Yeah, it can be really hard because the way these spitters time their shots is they pause before they shoot, because it's intended to have you in the casual playthrough just really get value out of glide, but when you don't got it, you can't get them to shoot something for you to bash before you're falling and taking spike hit, and that's just no good.
Yeah, Mattermonkey trying to dash glide over various sections to be able to get through. Lands to take a damage boost, but yeah, oh man, just this environment. They like throw things in front of your screen like to try for and acquire some form of immersion, right? But it just ends up making it harder to see what's actually going on.
Oh, I like this. He goes back for an energy. So now if he can get to that second platform, he'll be able to save. And he does. Come on, save. Oh, he's got to wait for the cooldown. All right, there we go. He gets the save. And because he just leveled up that health on save, he gets 2 health from it. And we'll see if that's enough for him to get through this tight quarter. And he gets through. All right, there we go. Very good.
All right, almost over. All he has to do is get through this slime corridor. And yeah, he's able to get through. Nicely done.
Yeah, a little feels bad on the not having the energy for the plant, but I don't think he's going to care too much, and hopefully it wasn't anything that important.
Yeah, so over on the left, back to Trojandude, we still see him digging for some pickups, so maybe he is just trying to check some pickups that are along the way while he's going towards Stomp Tree, maybe in hopes of being able to find something to make that final escape just a little bit smoother and easier, something like glide or double jump, because if you don't have either of those, then what ends up happening is in the final route you have to like double bash a fish up and through, and so you have to get fish struts.
Yeah,
Trojandude is on his way now to Stomp Tree.
Yeah, and now we are finally seeing one of our players head to the grenade tree. Mattermonkey is heading down. We'll see if he checks any pickups around here. He gets that rocket jump up, which suggests to me maybe not. Yeah, it looks like he's just going for the save anywhere. As Trojan takes a bit more of a thorough approach into Stomp, turns in another map stone. See what he decides to do in this area, because there is a lot potentially available to him. He'd take a fish up. It looks like he is not going to bother with fish elevation.
Yeah, I like this play from Trojan. He's just picking the pickups that are just very close or just directly in the path to the tree. He could do the swim. It does get him a good number of pickups, but it's not very likely that he's going to find the progression that he wants, especially in this area in particular. But Mattermonkey now, having finished Light Grenade Tree, all he needs is that Ginso Tree before he is heading over to Mount Horu, whereas Trojan Dude still has to do Light Grenade Tree, still has to do Climb. So it all comes down to this moment and where Mattermonkey decides to dig next to try and find that much needed verticality, or is he just going to make the play for Ginso Tree with the charge dash ramps? No.
Oh no, yeah, he might be. He's doing the charge jump up.
Oh man.
He might be. Oh man, this is gonna be
going for it. Oh man.
Yeah, this could be really incredible if this is like a strategy he's familiar with. I am really interested to see what we'll do, or really interested to see how this ends up playing out. Because I mean, we've been watching the tournament. We know the strategy can be very difficult, but it also can be really important. We saw Lester almost eke out a win due to successfully completing it. But all right, now we see Mattermonkey is here as Trojan is.
Yeah, so the strategy that we're talking about is he's going to set up a very specific spot right here, and then he's going to try and dash glide. It actually becomes a little bit easier if you use a charge dash instead of a normal dash. Yeah, and that was an attempt. But you have to like jump off this really specific timing and start his placing. He gets the hard one. Okay, one more to go. Oh, it doesn't quite get it. Oh, that's too bad. That one is also difficult. Both of these are very, very difficult, and you have to do 2 in a row, and without the capability of saving in between.
Yeah, I wonder, like, I don't actually know how to do this trick, so I don't know how visual the cue is, but if it's not, like, super visual, I'd be interested to see maybe someone setting up a save anywhere and then saving on that first rock. But obviously that makes a already complicated and complex trick a lot more complex, and the first one is the hardest, so that's a like real trade-off. And we're seeing Mattermonkey, he knows how to do it. We've seen him get up there once. We'll see what he can do and how fast he can do it, as Trojan only has Misty and then that Ginso, but he's got charge.
Yeah, and so here we go. It is very positionally oriented to be able to do this. Oh, he got it, but it didn't quite get the traction onto the wall. Holding down a climb immediately after you dash glide helps, because if you just hit the block, then you can just like hold on to it. But we're getting word that he just got a little robbed there. The block was pretending to be Corporal, but it was just being a little bit slippery. And Trojan Dude actually back in Death Gauntlet is going to be checking some pickups, but once again does not have enough energy to be able to check the plan. Oh man.
Yeah, this time he had 8 energy when he went in, but he opened 2 4 energy doors and didn't get to check the plant. Did find wind restored underwater. Mattermonkey got up onto the second platform again, but couldn't do that second jump. This is really tense situation.
Yeah, and this is the hard part for Mattermonkey. He doesn't know exactly where his opponent is, and going up against somebody like Trojan Dude, that could be a little bit nerve-wracking. But he gets up on the first block. Okay, this is the important one. Wait, where? Oh, is he trying to use the teleporter? Oh man, that's clever. I've never thought to do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It could have been that. It also could have just been charge dash is fickle with the direction it goes off in sometimes. I remember one of the first questions I asked when I joined the Discord was, how does the game decide which direction charge dash goes? And I got a shrug, which I have since learned to be pretty accurate. Like you get a fair amount of influence on the direction. Sometimes it's just not what you were thinking. And I can't help but wonder if that's what happened to Mattermonkey there.
Yeah, this is tough. Yeah, Mattermonkey, having gotten up to that first block twice and then just not being able to do the second one, is going to opt to Alt-R and start digging. So this allotted Trojan Dude time to be able to chase down those trees and be able to complete them. So it's really down to the wire here for Mattermonkey to come back into this race by finding that progression as soon as possible and then being able to get through Ginso Tree. And Moon Grotto could still have something like double jump if he checks some pickups that we know have not come up yet. But oh man, no, I don't think double jump is going to be over there.
Yeah, that is like in standard mostly locked by double jump, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just a really unfortunate and like it's a hard situation to be in if you're trying a really hard trick you've never done before, you've only maybe done once or twice, and you don't know where your opponent is, you don't know what skills they found. I think it's really hard to be like, okay, should I keep doing this, or like at this point, am I like just committing because of sunk cost fallacy? And like really respect honestly at either decision being made there, because it's really hard to be like, oh no, should I quit, should I keep going, do I think I can do this? Definitely a difficult position to be in. We'll see what Mattermonkey decides to check here, but this is starting to look pretty bad. Trojan has finished Misty and he is going to be able to head up the Ginso tree with charge jump.
Yeah, really nice play from Trojandude, just digging in the right place for him, checking that left side because right side wasn't really turning much of anything else for him. And now Trojandude is going to be going into Ginso tree, so he is now definitely in the lead here, while Mattermonkey is still checking for pickups. This pickup over here on the right could be double jump. No, it's just experience. So now Trojan is going to be making really quick leeway. And in the second room with verticality, that's right, you just jump on each blocks and you're able to get through, no problem.
Yeah, definitely a much easier approach. But yeah, Trojan's thoroughness really paying off, finding that charge jump. Definitely, like, that lower valley path to Forlorn, if you have Stomp, I think is sometimes really undervalued for its, like, actual pretty reasonable pickup density. And Trojan here showing off that that can be incredibly crucial of an area, because there are a lot of skills that can just get placed there with these skill sets. And even if you don't have the intervening skills, if you just land something like charge jump, it's not going to take you that much of your time to check. And in a seed where you needed something, it definitely feels like it beats just jumping around left side looking for that verticality. And ooh, that extra double jump that Mattermonkey is finding, that never feels good.
Yeah, that's salt in the wound right there. Mattermonkey is just going to commit Sudoku by spider shots, and then head on back through, maybe head back into Moon Grotto. I think he did pretty much all of right side. I know he's going to come back into the vault maybe for something.
Yeah, he didn't have the energy, unfortunately, to open this door the first time, because he still doesn't. He has half an energy, or regen specs of an energy. He was C-dashing too much and didn't get it. All right, Trojan has made his way up to the bash tree. And all right, we see Mattermonkey. That's actually really nice. He gets the energy drop from that spider, and now we can open the door.
Wow, that's a very lucky drop. Nicely done.
Yeah.
And Trojandude is now going to be heading back to that swamp teleporter and heading to Horu in order to finish out his seed. So very well played from Trojan here. Nicely done. These types of seeds are always really difficult. You get through like a huge number of pickups on the right side and you're like, okay, where's my verticality? Where is it? And we've seen a lot of these verticality stark seeds come up in the tournament so far. So very interesting to see. Both of the runners end up heading to the left first. Trojandude just checking a few extra pickups in Valley, and that ended up garnishing him with charge jump, which allowed him to progress and finish out the seed a little bit sooner, it looks like.
Yeah. So this is interesting. We'll see. Okay, yeah, spam charge dash is going to be his preferred method of choice for getting through the horror fields area. The other option being a double bash chain of some sort. All right, now we see this is not, I actually really like this from Mattermonkey. He is descending into lower valley to check the pickups here, which means we should expect to see him get charged at jump soon. Not soon enough to take the win here, but I really like this play because I think it is correct to be checking this area, and I think against a lot of other opponents who wouldn't have checked this, this would have been, Mattermonkey would have been in the same position as them around this time, and he might end up not being happy with when he decided to check this. I actually think it's
Come
really
on,
good.
man, get up there. Yeah, he's gonna bash
go.
the bird and then bash on up, and boom, he's gonna find his charge jump. And now Trojandude got a first try door warp, really nicely done, an explosion power upgrade in the final escape, and now he's going to be charge dashing across. He has plenty of health and energy, and with clean water, he's going to be able to take some damage and still be able to make it through the swim, no problem. But wow, really nice fluid play from Trojan. He's going to break this wall, slowly ease down, maybe charge jump up and through to get a little bit of that air, because no glide, no double jump. He takes the damage, but is able to get up to the elemental shots with bash and get out of there. That was really the one difficult room, but up here is really going to be the difficult part for Trojan. He's going to have to double bash this fish up and be able to nail fish strats to be able to get high enough or to be able to skip the bird trigger in order to make it through this final round. And nice, nails the fish strats, and he's going to be holding right. GG Trojan, going to be walking away with the win here and going up 2-0 as he enters the third round.
Yeah, that was very nicely played by Trojan. That was just incredibly clean final escape, just nice use of charge dashes. He like got through basically all of his energy and used them all pretty effectively. Took a bit of damage in the elemental room, but it did not matter. And because he had clean water, was able to set up fish strats comfortably but efficiently, and then not even bothering with the like more complicated bash into skipping the Kuro cutscene. Just nails the rocket jump, bashes right off the rock, and is through. So that's going to be pretty good. It looks like he's going to be coming in at around 48 and a half minutes. I'm not good at estimating this.
Yeah, so something number something
Yeah.
or another, but still a sub 50 seed from Trojan. Like, interesting that we got a Sunstone start. I was kind of hoping something would be gated in Horu, but that was not the case this time around. But Mattermonkey collecting his final tree is going to be altaring out, and he is momentarily going to see his opponent dot done as he is now heading over to the final escape himself. So pretty interesting. Mattermonkey had some like really nice tree cleanup a little bit ahead of his opponent, but Trojandude with that charge jump find and then just being able to work his way and catch up in that tree regard as Mattermonkey was trying to get through Ginso with no verticality and then having to dig for that charge jump pickup, was able to catch up and clutch the win.
Yeah, that's interesting. And actually, I wonder, like, we'll have to go back and check, but like see how long Mattermonkey spent trying that and then compare their end times. And I think they'd be really close. Like, I think Mattermonkey's going to be 3 to 4 minutes behind, and he spent a while trying that trick. So
yeah, and you hit on a really important point, Aiko. It's like the internal discussion and the internal debate as you progress through a randomizer seed, especially one of this caliber or of this flavor, if you will. It's like, when do you stop trying to do these really weird sequence breaks that are insanely difficult? And even the follow-ups, like doing the final escape without charge jump here actually could have been really, really difficult as well. Versus when do you decide to like dig in these areas that have a low percentage of actually finding progression. It's very, very, very interesting, very difficult. I hope we get to interview both of these runners to sort of discuss this seed with them.
yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to hear from them if they want to share that. But yeah, Mattermonkey cleaning up strong. He gets his door warp first try, and now he is going to get his explosion power upgrade, which, if they were breaking these walls with Sea Flame, would be kind of nice because it increases the range. Ooh, takes a alright. We were just kidding that time. Takes a dip into the lava and then is ready to go. He is. Ooh, meteor comes down. It's fine. He's got plenty of energy and plenty of time to get through. He's gonna stall on that one. Very good. Not hitting the lava and up. Ooh, elemental room. Oh, ouch. Unfortunately, it looks like he got the bash off, but then because he was down in that kill zone for longer due to like the bash time stop, you can still take damage during that. Some situations, including that one, that feels not so great.
Yeah, that's very, very tough, especially taking the damage beforehand and not having that much health. It's you can do this without taking a damage boost. Oh man, yeah, another death. Doing this without glide or double jump is just so brutal. He has a couple of alternatives though. He can use Charge Flame to break the wall and just hold on to the left-hand side wall, because the elemental will aggro onto you and then just wait to bash the shot. But yeah, there is definitely like the feeling of need to get through this wall to get the shot. Nice! Baits the elemental shot. Oh, is he trying to like grenade jump or something?
I think he just didn't want to. I think he wanted to get farther into the room with the charge jump, but those elemental shots, if you haven't like, I have only recently tried to do a grenade jump off there, and before you've done that, I feel like you can. It's surprising. I feel like how he tries to sneak a cycle, and Laser says no and puts him back to spawn instead. But yeah, I feel the elemental shots there come in really fast. So if you're not ready for them, it can be it can really take you off guard in terms of just getting hit by that. But yeah, I definitely think the safe, but definitely slower route through this area is to charge flame that wall and then, ooh, oh, okay, I actually really like that. He C dashes across and then gets a 1 damage boost, charge jump up, and ooh, get in the water, and he's in the water. All right, so now all that is between Mattermonkey and that holding right is some fish strats, and he looks like he knows that. He's taking his time. He gets the fish out of the water. All right, and gets it. Yes. All right. GG Mattermonkey. Looks like he's going to be coming in with around a 53-ish time, which is really good given the journey this seed put him on. I definitely, honestly, am impressed with the performance we saw from both runners. Trojan is going to be going 2-0. It's going to be real exciting for him. Mattermonkey definitely might have wished that came out a little differently, but he is definitely still put on a respectable performance and is going to be going in strong to that 1-1 match.
Yeah, and I think Mattermonkey's play here was especially impressive. Like him and Trojan were actually pretty much tied on pickups in the mid game, and also pretty much tied with when they decided to go to the left side of the map. Mattermonkey was actually even a little bit ahead, I believe, and he had the stomp tree over his opponent. So he actually played the seed really, really well. It just all came down to that very last bit of progression and then being able to get through the final escape too. Just a little bit of struggles there, but I'm very impressed with the display Mattermonkey played on, and I cannot wait to see how he performs in the future rounds.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Whew.
All right, and
but yeah, Aiko, so why don't you just like talk really briefly, like what was your favorite moment of the seed? Was it like right at the beginning when we ended up finding all those crazy skills, or like a bit of progression that you enjoyed?
Man, it's hard to say. I liked a lot of things, or I liked seeing a lot of different things. I really liked seeing Mattermonkey honestly just make the decision that after getting up like twice, just saying, no, I don't think I can do this, or I don't think it's worth time. But I also, I don't know, just Trojan finding charge jump where he did and just checking it when he did, that also was just a pretty sweet thing. How about you? What was your big moment for the seed?
I really like that dash pickup. Finding dash right before the boulder escape is always really funny, because you might just like skip that if you decide to do it.
Yeah.
But that being said, it looks like we do have both of our runners here, Trojandude and Mattermonkey, the people I want to hear about this seed from the most. GG Trojan on the win, and GG Mattermonkey on the impressive display.
Yo, thanks guys, and GG Matter.
Well done, Trojan.
Thank you.
So talking about the story of the seed, well, we'll get. I'd like to hear from both of you guys, but how did you feel finding Sunstone as the first pickup? Starting with you, Trojan.
I wish people could have seen the amount of head tilt I had. I was like, huh? What? I've never literally done that in playing this game, and I just emphatically did it. I'm like, this is the weirdest start I think I will ever see.
Yeah, it was really interesting start. What did you? What were your thoughts on the start, Mattermonkey?
Well, I mean, it was really weird. The seed was sending us all over the place. There was that bit where I fell down a hole and altered. That was pretty bad. But it was interesting, to put it.
Yeah, Glades without wall interaction could actually be really brutal, and then Charge Flame just being that one pickup over there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Charge Flame to clean water to wall jump at deep flippers is definitely as indirect as you can get without teleporters, I feel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess my next question is going to be for you, Trojan. You kept checking stuff basically throughout most of the seed, eventually leading to you finding charge jump. But even after that, what led you to, or were you looking for anything in particular, or were you just trying to be thorough to avoid being randoed and maybe pick up a little bit of extra verticality?
I mean, after I got charge jump, the verticality issue wasn't too big of a deal. It was more of I knew since I didn't have double jump or glide, I was probably going to have to take 1 damage boost in the final escape, and I was farming ability points and health cells. Because I think I was at that point I was only at 5, and I was like at least like 4 or 5 ability points away from ultra defense. So that's what I was doing.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Okay. And I guess as a, yeah, sorry.
Go on. No, you can ask the next one. Go.
Okay. Well then, I guess as a bit of a flip side, how did you feel when you found Bash on the mapstone? Because you ended up having to like walk by 2 map pedestals early without mapstones, and then only ended up getting Bash at the Hollow Grove mapstone. So how did that? What were you thinking when you got that Bash pickup at the mapstone turn-in?
I was really like unsure because as much as like I got Bash way later than I probably could have, the location of the map zones were not very like trivial. Like they were pretty deep into like the route we had to take. So I felt a little bit okay. It would have been nice to have it a little bit earlier. If we got it, if I had gotten it at one of those earlier map stones, I would have gotten Feather like Tree super early, just so I had that Valley Teleporter access. But it felt fine, like based on where I was getting the map stones.
All right, that seems yeah.
Yeah. So, question for you, Mattermonkey. We saw you trying to bust out this really insanely difficult strat with the C-dash ramp. You actually got the first one twice, which is just so impressive to see. Is that something you have practiced before and like go for in seeds, or is this kind of like a I've got to make the play, I feel like I'm behind kind of a moment in the trip?
I've never done that before.
Wow. All right.
It was more like, you know, I knew it was possible, and I had just Ginzo left to do without double jump, bash grenade, or charge jump, so I felt like I had to, you know. And it ended up being really hard, and then I gave up. But yeah, I don't really know what you're supposed to do after the first one, you know?
Yeah.
And for that.
Yeah, it's so true. I was actually kind of interested because when you went to the left through the teleporter, I was like, oh wait, maybe that does get you a little bit more height, and make it a little bit easier. I've actually never thought to try that. I'm gonna try that out myself.
My thinking was, you know, that platform I was trying to get to seemed to like droop a little lower on the right, so if I came at it from that way, it might work. But I mean, one attempt failed, and then I just, you know, thought, this is wasting too much time. Let's go find something, you know.
Yeah, I actually was talking about it. I definitely think that like knowing when, like if you're trying something hard, knowing when it's not working and it's a good like it was maybe worth it to try or not worth it to try, but you've tried it and now you need to move on. It's definitely like a really hard skill because like to get, because maybe if you kept going for another minute or so you could get up, but it's really hard to make that kind of value judgment. And I was wondering, like, do you have like a specific rule for that kind of thing internally, or do you just go by feel?
I just go by feel, you know. It was mostly the fact that once I got on the first platform, I actually had no idea what the strat was to get on the second one. You know, I was like, is it another C-dash ramp? Do I just have to jump? I don't know. So I decided that I just, you know, I wasn't prepared to do this thing, and then I gave up.
Yeah, I think that's really difficult. Like just valuing when do you decide to dig in these low probability areas for progression versus like trying to do some crazy, insanely difficult sequence break. So it's very impressed to see you do that, and then also make the decision to say, you know what, yeah, I do need to find the progression. But one more question here for you, Trojan. Speaking about the seed, I was really impressed with a lot of the decisions you ended up making, particularly the one where you decided to not go for fast stompless, but instead, because you had dash, bash, and stomp, to just go over and stomp the rocks to trigger the cutscene to get glide tree. Is that something that you plan to do, or is there another reason?
Personally, I pretty much will never go for fast stompless in this tournament. The major reason is I don't want to have to like on the fly think of, oh, I need to, if I have this, this, and this, I can do fast stompless and blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to go and just do it regularly. Like, unless I don't have a way to break it and I don't have Sunstone, then yeah, obviously I'll do it. But
Right.
that I haven't really come across that almost ever. So, yeah, so I just don't, I prefer not to do fast stompless.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible because like if you just miss fast stompless a couple of times, then they just like equalize out instantaneously. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, anyways, great job, Trojan Dude. Congrats on the win, man. And also Mattermonkey, congratulations on the great performance. That was a lot of fun to watch. Mattermonkey is going to be walking away with a loss here, going 1-1 into round 3 of the Swiss. But Trojan Dude is going to be going up to the 2-0, and he only needs one more win in order to progress 2 brackets. But I've been Covert Muffin. Aiko, thank you so much for joining me on commentary, man.
Thank you. It's been great.
Yeah. That being said, folks, we have quite the day ahead of us. I believe we have 7 more matches of Ori Randomizer tournament races to just pack full the rest of today. And the very next one is going to be happening in about 24 minutes at noon Eastern, which is going to feature C Average versus Cutie Roo, and that is going to be right here on Speed Gaming 3. So we're going to take a short siesta and then coming back to you guys with another exciting race.